And we are live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Gang is here. Your homeboy from way back when, around the way. Please, somebody, hey, what up? Okay, I got a notification. What up, Harvey? Can everybody hear me? The audio is good. My dog, I got dogs in here and they are just panting like you would not believe. Okay, oh, I need to turn that down. Let me turn that down. How's everybody doing tonight? It's Gang, it's your boy from around the way. We got a special guest tonight. We got a man named Manuel Gamboa coming in. Manuel Gamboa has spent the last 29 years incarcerated. Well, I'm gonna let him tell his story, but I already said some in the title and whatnot. He shot a cop in 1993. Like I said, I'll let him tell his story, but they gave him a chunk. They broke him off, and he's walked down the last 29 of it. What up? Let's talk about it. How you doing? How you doing? I see Weavy in here. Weavis, how you doing? Anybody want to jump on and talk? Whenever the homie gets off, we're gonna I'll do that. But if anybody wants to say anything, let me know. Here, I'll drop the link at 6:00. The homie should be calling. Bam. So there we go. Bam. The homie will be calling at 6. I wanted to get everything going, up and running and everything. You know, the first half hour of a live is mostly dead anyway. It's trying to get steam up and running first. But I'm just going to give some of the preface that I've dealt with. I know this man personally. He they broke him off. They sent him to prison. Whenever he got to prison, he was a natural leader and ended up starting his own prison gang. He started a prison gang that got very large in Colorado, and at the apex of its power and influence was forced to be reckoned with, I would say. Some of that has gone away over the years. There was an indictment, a 77-person indictment that really took a chunk out of some people's asses. It happens to coincide with the same time I decided to turn my life around and go to college. I was like, fuck that shit. So Anthony Gamboa in the house. Guessing this is one of his family members. He has a large family. So I'm guessing that's one of them. So Manuel Gamboa started a prison gang called Los Primer Padres. And there was a lot of the gang culture in Denver was bifurcated along racial lines. If your gang was from west of Broadway, you were generally Chicano, or you were from a Chicano gang, and it was from east of Broadway. It could go either way, but that's where pretty much where the black people were. So because of this, the majority of all the Crips were East Side Crips, and the majority of all the Bloods were West Side Bloods. Well, whenever these dynamics hit the street or hit the joint in the early 90s, a lot of these Hispanic Bloods had never been around black people in their life, and they didn't feel like prison was going to be the first time that they were going to. They decided to side with their race. So as what happens in prison is that, races consolidate. Races consolidate, street gangs consolidate, things of this nature. People consolidate. And one of the pools that was pulled from to start Los Primer Padres was the Chicano Bloods. There was a lot of different street gangs, but there was a big presence of Chicano blood because there was 1 million Chicano Bloods. There's a lot of them out here. So this happens. Then a lot of the other gangs started bleeding into it. And what had started as what was supposed to be like a consolidation, a consolidation of the race. Well, it got spoiled, like things do. Because it turns out not everybody in a prison gang has good intentions. If anybody didn't notice, This the story happens again. You know, the same story again. CDOC and Cooper, what up? Yeah, the story happens again. So we're going to look at a couple things here. I'm going to share my screen real quick. We're going to look at a couple news stories before Homeboy gets on here. And then, okay. So, Colorado prison gang members, others nabbed in Adams County drug sweep. The AP, Denver Post. Authorities said they have disrupted the flow of methamphetamine in the metro area, while the arrest of 77 people and the seizure of drugs, cash, and guns in Adams County. North Metro Task Force officers and agents, drug enforcement, 13 people who had been identified as primary targets. Let's see. This is the indictment. I know this is the indictment. Not all 45 people listed in it have been arrested, but includes 230 counts, racketeering, the COCA Act, kidnapping, motor vehicle theft, robbery, and menacing. This was a complicated case. There was a lot of street violence that occurred. Law enforcement would not elaborate on the nature of many of the charges. They did talk about car thefts. Peter said the group would steal cars, many that were left running and unattended in the cold mornings, and then sell or swap them to fund the drugs that they were importing. He said 36 stolen cars were recovered during the investigation. Law enforcement made 77 arrests, seized 20 guns, including assault rifles and sawed-off shotguns, several pounds of methamphetamine and cocaine, as well as $80,000 in cash. Says seized meth was found in the form of large ice crystals that tested at 99% purity level. Peters said the meth typically tested at about 40% pure 15 years ago. More recently, during the meth lab boom in Colorado, the drug was being found at 75 to 85% purity. There is still a lot of meth in Colorado, and it has come back in the last couple years. So this is the indictment that hit a lot of people over the head, if you will. Like I said, it coincided with me deciding that maybe it was the best time for me to move on with my life. Let's see. But there are belt levers in place. Let's see. Those officers that left that lady on the train tracks was crazy. I don't know what that was thinking. What was that about? And it was like nobody noticed until they were like, "Oh, hey, this is a problem," and the person was right, or the train was like right on them. That was crazy. I don't know what they were thinking. Boom. These dogs are crazy. Give me 8 seconds here. Bam. What, Austin? I always forget how thirsty I am whenever I read. You don't think about it. You're not thirsty, and then you read like 2 paragraphs, and it just kills you. Sucks all the moisture out of your mouth. So, boom. Belt levers in place. Belt levers. Comment for the algorithm. All in. Right? Pot right. Pot's right. So, this man has been, what up, Robert? We got Gamboa on the show tonight. We got Fat Manuel running around. Maybe you could holler at him. So yeah. The indictment went pretty south. And a good amount of people told. About half the people told. And I haven't seen everything that has come out of it. Not completely sure exactly what come out of it. I know people are starting to get out. I keep hearing grumblings, and they're saying that people are getting out. So I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, they got, I see that. Yeah. They got to figure out whatever the fuck. I don't know exactly who told on who or what the fuck they did. I know I didn't have a goddamn thing to do with it. I know that. Thank God. Like I said, I got my little sentence, my little dog the bounty hunter bullshit. Went to Pier 1 and moved on with my life. But Frank's positive vibes, tap in. Frank, I see you killing it, man. Frank just monetized too. Tap in with Frank's positive vibes, man. Homie's on some positive shit every day. Motivation, whatever. It's always motivation or like good music or like a story with like a good, how would I put it? It's got like a good message to it, a positive message. It's never, even whenever it's something negative, Frank will try to turn it into something positive. You know what I mean? And try to make it something better than what it is. He embodies what his channel is. Frank's positive vibes, you know, that matters. I think that matters. I have a trouble with it because sometimes my channel's named Gangish. Sometimes I'm talking about some gang shit. Sometimes I'm talking about a dog or something. You know what I mean? I'm talking about French bulldogs because I like French bulldogs too. You know what I mean? Frank the Tank. So let's look at some pictures of Fathead real quick. That's what we call this dude. The people who know him, that's what they call him. Fathead. So, boom. I'd say that's probably before prison, if I had to guess. That's a spring chicken right there with a full head of hair, boy. Look at him. Well, that's a stark contrast, huh? That's what 30 years in the joint will do to you. Let's run that back. Spring chicken, 30 years. That looks like it's inside a prison. He was in a prison there because those are prison sweats. That's early 90s, though. That's an old prison, too. They don't use this shit right here. This graded mesh shit. They don't use that a whole lot anymore. Not 100% sure who that is, who this baby is, but I bet you somebody in the comments could tell you who that is. Because I'm pretty sure the person I got these photos from is in the comments. There he is. Final Four, Duke, UNLV, Georgia Tech. That's a dated shirt, huh? Duke, Georgia Tech, UNLV. I can't tell what the other one says. Denver, the Denver Final Four. Oh, they must have had it here. There we go. You believe this fat motherfucker fucking plays this dude plays soccer, homie. My homie plays soccer. He plays soccer, baseball. He be out there running. I seen him get jumped by like 5 Pisces one time, and we just watched it happen. And they couldn't even whoop him. And it was all because he was starting problems over soccer. He wouldn't stop. We told him, go ahead, get that fool. They still couldn't whoop him. He was throwing Pisces all over the place. But, you know, he deserved it, though. He had it coming. Let's see. Bam. StreamYard. Stop sharing. Oh. That baby is me. Look at that. That's baby Gamboa right there. Okay. The foot in the house. What up? That was Lookout Mountain. Oh, okay. Okay, that explains why it looks like that. That mesh. Because you don't see that much in prisons. They used to have it in old prisons. You don't see it a whole lot. A lot of their modern prisons, they don't do that. Yeah. Lookout Mountain. Bam. Little motherfucking Robbie in the house. What up? Boom. Okay. Now, let's see how many minutes we got. We still got 14 minutes. Let's pull up some of this other stuff that I had here. Let's see. We're going to share the screen and we're going to read some of these files or some of these snippets that I pulled. There's not a lot. Back in the day, they didn't do like they do now where there's like 800 stories. Whenever you shoot a cop, there'll be like 800 stories about it. It wasn't like that no more. I think I might have to go into like an archive to find the actual story, but I did find some things. Let's see. Right here. This is from the Vegas website. I was even sketched to even mess with this website because it was crazy. It was not a secure website, I'll tell you that. Okay, July 1993. Officer Rick McNellis was shot and wounded while wrestling with Manuel Gamboa during a drug raid. That's all you get whenever you shoot a cop in 1993. It's not like these days where you're famous and everybody knows your name for like 2 weeks until it happens the next time. But at least there's a record of it now. You know what I mean? You don't get that in. You didn't get that back then. Okay. What does this say? These are just snippets. According to the DOC, there are now more than 8,000 gang-affiliated inmates and parolees in Colorado, divided between at least 135 gangs. That means that roughly 1 out of every 4 people in the state prison system is labeled as belonging to a gang. And there are now more gang members in prison than there are total DOC employees. I thought that was relevant. Boom. So, who else we got in here? Okay. Gamboa. Cuba, what up? Cooper Show. Hey, sub to CDOC and Cooper too, homie. For so many reasons. It's a cool author right there. He be jamming. And Tijuana. Or Cancun, you never know. He's like Carmen Sandiego, but just around Mexico, though. You never know where it would be. Da, 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 da. Okay. Yeah, hell yeah. Shout out to the Gamboa family. Salute, C-Dog. Little motherfucking Robbie. Big Weaver. I tell you what, Frank's always good for making you want to make a quick short on your channel real too. Frank's Positive Vibes. Whenever I'm on the run and I need to make a quick short, I just go steal one from Frank real quick. Him or Rob Does Work. I'm going to shout out Rob Does Work as much as possible. We're going to get Rob Does Work monetized. I'll tell you that. I'm tired of it. Rob does work. The dude does work. And he hell yeah. Thank you, Mohammed. Hell yeah. Boom. Let's see where we at. What do we got? 10 minutes? Okay. Boom. Big Frank. Frank's Positive Vibes. I got just enough time to roll a stick real quick. Bam. So I'm going to tell you something about Manuel Gamboa. So this dude, I've never seen anybody shoulder press 365 in my life with this man. I watched him do it twice. I don't know what's the max. Now I've seen other people do bigger deadlifts than him. I've seen other people do a lot of things than him. But shoulder press, that fool took the cake. Homie, 365 above your head, homie. Just that fool didn't have a neck. Him and this dude, Hal Seagraves at 211. Hal Seagraves, rest in peace. Hal was a monster too. Monster. They'd be out there with them weightlifting suits on, them tight ass like weightlifting suits all stiff. You know what I mean? Deadlifting or like squatting like 800 pounds because the suit carries like 150 of it or something like that. You know? Yeah. C-Dog. Mr. Goyo in the house from Salinas. I'm from Northern California, my homie. I'm from a small town up in Mendocino. Small city in Mendocino. And, yeah, I left pretty early. My mom didn't like the direction I was going in California. And so she said, we're going to get you out of here. So we came out here. I went to Portland for a while, and then she came out here to Colorado. But so, yeah, this dude, I've seen this dude shoulder press 365. I've seen him bench like 5, and I've seen him deadlift like 7, right? And he's like 6'2". He's not that tall. Dude's not that tall. So, dude's an absolute monster. But in all actuality, LPP was never supposed to be started as a gang. Los Primer Padres was never supposed to be started as a gang. It wasn't supposed to be started as an aggressive organization. It was just supposed to be like an organization of Chicano gangbangers and stuff like that coming together in prison like a structure. You know what I mean? It wasn't about gangbanging. It wasn't about any of that. Now, of course, that's what it turned into. You already know that's what the fuck it turned into. But, you know? Yup. Hell yeah. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna let homeboy tell it because he's the one who started it, right? But I know how they gave me the rundown. I joined in 2003. I joined in 2003 in Sterling, Colorado, and we were having a great time. I was robbing the fucking place blind. We were great. It was all supposed to be copacetic. Everything was supposed to be peace and love, homie. But you know, it don't always work out like that. It turns out, we tried though. Gave it a good go around. I don't know. One of the homies hit me up a couple weeks ago. He said, "No, homie," he said, "we're still here, homie. We ain't gone. We ain't gone. We ain't giving it up." He said, "I'm going in." I told him, "Well, come give me an interview then." Since you going in, my Stockton, baby. Yeah, oh yeah, Robert is from Stockton. I forgot about that. His whole family's from Stockton. Southside Stockton. That's right. Forgot about that. Who else we got? Gangs, here for the laughs. What up? Jack, go about your business, sir. You're getting online. You're breathing all hard. You're breathing all hard, sir. So, they shot this fool out of state. They keep having these different ideas about taking Colorado prisoners and sending them to other states. But every time they do it, it goes to fucking hell. It happened in Minnesota. It happened in Texas. It happened in Mississippi. In Mississippi, a couple people died. They were on a fucking riot. It was horrible. They fucking started fires and all kinds of shit. Oh, that was a monster, dog. Like, it was so fucking big. It was weird because these fools were so fucking big that like race didn't even matter anymore. That's how big they were. Like there was a pile of dudes who just worked out together, and some of them be black, white, Mexican, because they were the only fools who really like get it with each other. You know what I mean? That's kind of how it was. It was him and Hal. I remember their car. There wasn't any black dudes in it that I can remember, but it was him and Hal, the 211 dude Hal. Hal died. Hal died whenever I was in the box. We were in the box together. Not the box. We were in the box in, what's it called? DRDC in the diagnostic. I had come back on a parole violation, and they rubber stamped me right back to the box. Said, "No, you're going right back to CSP." So they put me in A&O. Not in A&O. They put me in the hole in DRDC. And Hal was next to me because he was dying. All the teeth, they had taken all the teeth out of his mouth and cut away part of his gum. And this dude was a monster. This dude was one of the strongest dudes on the yard, fucking general, 211 fucking general. And he had just shrunk down, and he had lost all his teeth. They had cut all the teeth out of his mouth, and it wasn't look good. I had a gang of cocaine, though. I hooked him up with a gang of cocaine. We were getting fucked up. I couldn't do nothing. I had like 10 grams. I went back with like 10 grams of cocaine, and fucking I don't do cocaine. So I'm thinking I'm going to go program. I'm going to go back to the mainline program. I'm going to sell this shit. I'm going to make a bunch of money. And they put me in the motherfucking hole. I ain't selling nothing. You ain't selling nothing. What you going to do? Sell it to somebody through they're probably not even going to pay you. You sell it to somebody through the door. They're already in the hole. They're not going to fucking pay you. Fuck it. Me and the homies get high. So me and Hal Seagraves got fucked up. And some white boy named Billy Billy Ray, some white boy, some skinhead from San Diego named Billy Ray. Cool ass fool, a San Diego skinhead. It was in the Marines, and we just got fucking blowed out on cocaine. Fuck it, you know? But Al died. Rest in peace. He had cancer. It ate him. Fucking ate him. And they let him out. They gave him a medical release like a couple days before he died, but they waited till he was like on his deathbed. They really waited till he was on his deathbed. Hal Seagraves. Rest in peace, my homie. There was a dude named Burbage. There was a white boy that could work out with him, could hang with him. That fool, Mike Burbage. That motherfucker was strong. He'd be out there deadlifting like 600-700 pounds. There was another dude who could do that. I forgot about that. There was a couple people in their car, but most people couldn't hang with him. Yeah. Yes, sir. Homie should be calling here in 2 minutes. Get the little phone set up. Yeah, the Coolio died. I think everybody made a video about that. That sucks. Everybody remembers Coolio. And everybody watched him have all them problems over the years. He had all them problems with drugs and everything and make it through it. And you know what I mean? His life was thrust in the spotlight and he made it through it. He overcome it, you know? Came out the other side better. And it sucks that he didn't get to live longer. Realistically, it really does. Here we go. All right. Hey, shush.
Global Tel Link. Except for approved attorney calls, this call may be monitored or recorded. I have a prepaid call from
Manuel.
An inmate at a Colorado Correctional Facility. For customer assistance, billing inquiries, or to block future calls, dial 1-877-650. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hello?
How you doing, my homie?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I think we're live. Can somebody give me a thumbs up or something in the chat if you guys can hear him? Say hi, my friend.
Hello? How you doing?
Is he live? Are we officially live? Anybody in the chat? I'm just hold on. I'm just making sure audio's good, moment. 10-4. We got a 10-4. Don Martes says, "What's up, Manuel?"
Tell him I said hello and how you doing?
He said, "Hello, how you?" Or you can hear him. I don't got to tell you. You tell them, homie. They can hear you. The world can hear you right now, brother.
All right. How you doing out there?
They said they're doing good. They said they're live.
I hope everybody's doing good and taking care of themselves.
Introduce yourself, my homie, to the world.
My name's Manuel Gamboa. I've been in prison for 29 years, going on 30. I'm in here for second-degree attempted murder on a police officer and first-degree assault and sales and distribution of cocaine. What else would you want to know?
That's it, brother. Okay. So, how long they sentenced you to?
They gave me 80 years. Well, they gave me 65 on the case and then 15 for probation violation. So it's a total of 80 years running consecutive.
80 years. 15 years for probation violation. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got respect coming from Ireland. Robert Sanchez is in the chat. He said it's good to hear you, man. He loves you.
Tell him I love them all.
They can hear you, brother. Talk to him.
Tell him I love them all, that I'm trying to do what I can to get out. I see the board in 2028, but it should drop to like 2026, 25. it's just been a struggle trying to do this time.
Damares Kira says, love you, Uncle Manuel.
Tell them I love them too. Tell all my family I love them. I thank you for listening. And never to come down the path I walk.
You got respect coming in from Salinas as well. Salinas, California, from Mr. Goyo.
Tell them I said fuel in it for him to take care and to be good también a todos que se cuidan. Just everybody. Know that the struggle's real, but we got to walk it every day.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about some shit, I guess. So they gave you 80 years. You shot this cop. You went to the joint, and somewhere along the way, you decided that you was gonna. Mr. Goyo said gracias and likewise. And you got respect coming in from all over the place. Little motherfucking Robbie said respects, big respects. Yeah. Mr. Goyo said gracias and likewise, big love. So, okay, so you end up in prison. It's no secret anymore. They've already hung you for it. So somewhere along the way, you decide to start this organization, Los Primer Padres.
Yeah. Started that in 1993 when I first came to the joint because they had other groups, but they didn't have a unity for La Raza and for some of the güeros that kick it with the Mexicans. So I put it upon myself to start an organization to keep our people together and work as one.
Okay.
And not always was it innocent, though, so don't think that I'm an angel, because it wasn't. I had my hard knocks in the world that I lived in.
But it wasn't supposed to be, oh, we got Rowdy in the joint. We got Rowdy in here. So it wasn't supposed to be a gang, huh?
No, it was an organization for the people to try to help our people better themselves and come out and do better than they did when they were in. To have something.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if we can do something. Hold on, Rowdy. Rowdy, if you can hear me, keep calling. I'm going to try to share my screen. And I'm going to try to share my screen, Rowdy. And I'm going to try to pull you up on the computer and see if we can share the screen with the crowd and then have Manuel on the phone. So if you keep calling through what you call, Rowdy, do that. Call again through Messenger. I'm going to pull it up on the thing. See if we can get the three-way, because if we try to do the three-way, they'll fucking they'll hang up.
They'll shut me down.
Yeah, I don't. We'll just do the this type of three-way. Call again, Rowdy, if you can. Can you hear me, Rowdy? Are you out there, or did you? Bam.
I'm here.
No. I'm sorry. It was Rowdy's ass. Let's see. You got respect coming in from Harvey Talks Prison in Missouri. Bam. Shamir Williams. Tell him have faith and pray, and don't stop fighting his charges, and take whatever comes. That's all honor men up there. From Shamir Williams.
John, thank you. And I do pray every day. I pray for my family. You know, it's the hardest walk I've ever had to walk. I just lost my most important people in my life, my big sister, Jeanette. And they're going to have her rosy for her on Saturday, and I want to give all my love to my family because of the loss of my big sister.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that. So it looks like we lost Rowdy, but that's fine. I'm not going to answer it, though, while you're on. But Rowdy, if you're listening, please call again, and I'll answer you on the computer, brother. So wasn't supposed to start as a gang, but something happened along the way, huh?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people get treated bad because they didn't want to be part of gangs, so I brought them into something that I thought would be an organization where it will help and better people to know their history and their life. And it was going good. My old boy Conrad, there was a lot of good people that came up with me in the ranks, and we pulled it together to teach our people to be better, to learn how to have an education that the pencil's mightier than the sword, and it turned where we had to fight. We did, and some of the brothers started making it into more of a gang than they did anything else. So there was a lot of battles inside the walls, but we persevered. We became better. We learned. I got a lot of brothers that are out there that are truly making it, and I'm very proud of them. And they're no more living a life of trying to believe that this is the only way, that we got way better ways than just the prison life, you know. I've been through a lot, fought a lot, had a lot of struggles. The man hates me. I get treated bad. I get kicked out of state. I come back. My poor wife, she's been through it all with me.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let's touch on that. They moved you out of state, and then your wife moved out of state to follow you, and then they moved you back.
Yes.
And she bought a house. She bought a house out there.
Yeah, she bought a house out there in Omaha. So, because I was in Tecumseh in Nebraska, in their maximum. And she bought a house to go out there with me. And now she's kind of stuck out there because the houses here in Colorado are more expensive. So she ended up staying out there, which is okay because when I get out, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just parole out there. It's a lot slower than the life we live here in Colorado. But she deserves it. She's been with me 30 years. So all love goes out to my wife.
Yeah,
Her name's Manuel Gamboa.
Oh yeah.
Teresa. But she's been my rock. Her and my family, that's all I have. And my brothers that are out there. I do got some good brothers that have done right and are there for me. And I'm very proud of all of these. Everybody does right and make something of themselves. So I'd rather see people doing good than living a fake life. Not that it's bad, because everybody got their choice in life. But that's what it is. It amounts to choices, what you want to do in this world and who you believe. You know? And for the longest time, I believed in me.
What has changed in DOC in the last 30 years?
Oh, everything. The food's the worst it could ever be. There is no respect. They treat us badly. They take everything from us. They say they try to help us. Well, look, we've been out of hot water since Friday, and they still haven't turned it on. My wife called and complained, and they told her, oh, well, it starts in one unit and ends up all the way to where you're at. And if you don't get it, you got to shower at 3 o'clock in the morning, but you can't shower at 3 in the morning. It's right up. So it's just a lot of bad things. There's a lot of medical issues here, and people don't get treated like they should. We get treated bad. It's changed a lot. Before, people try to help. Now they don't care.
Medical got worse somehow?
Yeah, medical got really worse. It's gone bad.
You don't even get ibuprofen anymore?
No such thing. You got to buy that shit. You can't get nothing free. And then you can't make the money. Or you make it 33 cents an hour. I mean, a day, I'm sorry. 33 cents a day.
They're still on that same trip? They never went back to better pay?
Yeah. And then if you work, you get 60 cents a day. But they don't give you nothing else. You get one roll of toilet paper a week.
Yeah, I remember when they went to that 30 cents. When I first got there, I was making $2.50 in the kitchen at fucking Beauty. Yeah, I was killing it. I was living good. Yeah.
Yeah. No, now there's no such thing. There's no such love. You don't get the love that you used to before. They don't care. I was supposed to go for a surgery on my knee, and my heart went bad. So COVID kind of got me in Nebraska really bad. They had to do shots in my lungs. But my heart went bad, and I told these people over a year ago when I got here that my heart's bad, and they were like, nah, there's nothing wrong here. It's your imagination. Come to find out, I've got some fluttering on the top part of my heart. So I've been waiting for 2 months to go see a heart specialist, and they still haven't done it. So it is what it is, though. I live. I still go work out every day, take care of myself the best I can.
Okay. So let me ask you. I know for a while there, they were handing out time in the box. Like like the first time I went to the box was for 3 fights. I got in 3 fights in 6 months. That was it. I was just fight. Well, I got suspected of 2 other ones, but so they figured 5 fights in 6 months. They were like, "You're out of here," right? Are they still doing that? And that cost me almost a year and a half of solitary confinement for those 5 fights.
No. There's been a blessing because before they could keep you in CSP which is a box, for indefinite, up to 10, 20 years. They didn't care as long as the gang coordinator didn't believe that you wasn't worth it and that you stay there. But now there was a law that passed. It was in Mandawa, and now they can only keep you up to 16 months, and then they can have a review and keep you another 18, and that's it. That's with the new law. So it's gotten a little wild out there, like CSP2 and CSP. There's no more ADSEG, but they still keep you locked down for a while, but not like before. Nothing like before.
Nothing like before. That's good because they were creating bad shit.
Yeah.
And that actually makes sense because that explains to me why they took some of the people that they did and started bouncing them around to all different states because they probably didn't know what to do with them. Because I know that dude Raymond Kane, the 211 dude Raymond Kane, has been in the box since I was in the box in 2008, and that dude ain't done shit but be in solitary confinement for years and years and years. And whenever Clements got killed, they moved that dude out of the state. That dude had been in the box forever. He had already been there like 5 years whenever I got there. And then Clements didn't get killed for another 5 years. And they were just, you're stuck. You're not going anywhere. And it's like, man. So, okay, well.
It was the names and the reputation of people that made a move. They shot me out of state and shot me to Nebraska and thought I was the worst person in the world. They still do. Governor and all them, and I believe I've helped a lot. Now, before I did my bad, don't get me wrong, but it depends on who you are and how they treat you and where they're going to send you. But they do send you to different places at all times. They'll shoot you out. Like they shot me out, and my poor wife is still out there. And I've been back over a year and a half now. But they don't care about that. They just care about destroying her.
So I've been seeing a lot of people getting out, people with life sentences, things of this nature. They're letting people out, huh? They don't talk to you about none of these programs?
No, they don't give me they don't give me the same kind of love with nobody. My wife gets mad at me. She says it's my fault because of who I created that they hate me so bad, And it's true. I'll take responsibility of what I created, but it wasn't always bad. I believe 50% of the guys that were my brothers are out there doing good and staying out of trouble. They're not messing up. So I believe that I've done right in certain places, even though I've done wrong in others, Everything they got on me is all fabricated. They never caught me in drugs, never caught me dirty ways, but they've always blamed me. So, no, I don't believe I get the chances as everybody else. And I've been through everything. I ran 7 Habits. I was a core group member. I've done all these programs. I've done the Shape Up program here for the kids. I've done a lot of things, and they still just think that I'm manipulating the system, I guess.
They're not buying it, huh?
Nah, they're not buying no good things that I do. I've been report free now since like 2018.
They think you're up to something, no matter what.
Yeah, but it's still have to do with me, And I've helped a lot more than I've destroyed nowadays. Not that I wasn't bad, because God knows we all are when we come, because you try to fit in and find your place. And I found my place. I worked it the best I could for a while until I realized that it wasn't even the right road I was going on. But what can I say? I can't turn back and say that I'm not who I am. I'm still who I am. I just learned a lot, got my GED, got some college degrees, and just keep pushing them. Just try to get out and live a little bit of life with my wife before anything happens. I've been losing my family left and right, like I tell you, but what can I say?
So in 2013, some of the homies got indicted, not arrested. I shouldn't even say arrested. They got indicted. I got the story up right here. 77 arrests, 20 guns, several pounds of meth and coke, and 80,000 in cash. And my understanding is about half of them told on each other. Now, I haven't seen the paperwork on this. I said my understanding is about half of them told on each other. I ain't seen the paperwork on it, but does this make you think that maybe our organization grew too fast?
No guarantee.
You know what I mean?
I believe it grew way too fast because everybody wanted to be part of something. And it did come back to haunt us, but it also come back to open your eyes to, what's the criminal world ain't what it is, no matter what a person thinks. There's so many telling and so much bad that's going on anymore. You're never safe if you're doing wrong. And it's sad. Because when you were part of it, when you signed up for it, you never signed up for everybody telling,
Yeah.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
You want to keep going? You want to go another round?
Yeah. We can go another round.
Okay. So, yeah, let's see what we got in the comments. Manuel, Sebastian just smashed some kid on second base. He's balling today.
Oh, yeah. Tell him I'm proud of him. Tell him I love him. And, yeah, that's my little nephew. He's playing baseball.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
Tell Gabby I give my love to her, too.
Hell yeah.
But, yeah, that's cool that they're listening to me, but watching the game, their son playing. That's my little brother, Danny. And we got a lot of hardship going with all of our family, but we're sticking together. I love them all. I love my goddaughter, Sabrina. I love my sisters, my nephews. I love them all. I got so much family.
All right. So he will be right back, and I will be right back. I'm going to go get me some more water. Start looking at these tacos. These tacos are smelling good. I got a woman coming over in a little while. Man. Watch out, guys. All right. There we go.
Global Tel Link. Except for approved attorney calls, this call may be monitored or recorded. I have a prepaid call from
Manuel.
an inmate at a Colorado correctional facility. For customer assistance, billing inquiries, or to block future calls, dial 1-877-650-42. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Hello?
Hey. All right.
Hello.
Hey, we're good. We are ready. Boom.
Okay. You got something else you want to talk about?
Oh, I'm sure we can find stuff.
Anybody got any questions?
Yeah, I'm sure we can talk about. Anybody got any questions out there? We'll ask the chat. We got 21 people listening right now. Anybody got any questions? You can always send up, because we got some of the homies that run prison channels that are specifically for like trying to keep kids out of prison. If you got a message for the kids, you could always spit a message for the kids, and I'll cut it and I'll send it to other people and let them, you know what I mean? Because there is people who specifically target kids.
Okay, I do. This life that I live is a rough life. It's not for everybody. I don't believe it's for anybody you want the truth anymore. When you open your eyes and you realize that you spend the rest of your life in prison and not being with the ones that you love, there's no life to it. It's not as real as everybody thinks. There's so much to freedom in a real life with family and friends that it means a lot more to be able to go play sports like my nephew or my nieces, compared to being in prison. You know, I was thinking about it the other day. I watched my mom pass and my sister, the ones people that are very important to me, and it's not worth anything. It's a fake life, should I say? And I don't mean no disrespect to anybody that wants to live it, because anybody can do what they want to do. But after 30 years, I realized that, you know what, there's way too much to life. I got some homeboys out there like Miguel, Little Rowdy, Conrad, Sleepy. These guys are out there really doing life to the fullest, really working, becoming people, finding places, terms. You guys have done so much in this world that it makes my heart proud. I'm very orgullo that these guys have become something better than where I'm at. My family, I don't want this life for none of them because it's not a life. I struggle every day, you know, and I kick myself in the ass because of all the time I got and how much I've lost. I can't kick it with my family. I can't tell my sister goodbye. But being able to tell these kids that, you know what, there's way more to life than to be a gangster. And then next thing you know, sometimes your friends turn on you, you become a mark, you know. It's a sad thing, but it happens every day in this world that I live, you know. And I wish that you guys will open your eyes and see that there's more to life than begging and thinking that you're really not. And for the ones that it is for, it's for you. But my brother, I got 30 years and almost 30 coming. And I love my people, but you know what? I believe I wish I would have loved my freedom way more. So it's a hard thing. I just wish you would have did what we try to make it for our raza to build us and become something instead of destroying. And that's what I truly believe to this day. You know? I think I disappointed a lot of things, a lot of people too.
I think we all did.
And the sad part is, as much good as I do now, nothing compares to my name and who I am bad. You know what I mean? Never can I be good again in the eyes of the law. Whenever they need me to stop a war or a killing, or I'll do it, and I'm still the bad guy because I'm the one that still called that shot. So there's nothing a person could ever get back if you ever try to turn back. The only grace I got is God himself and the love I got from Christ. And I really do believe that. I love my people, and I want the best for all my people. And it's a struggle. But if people don't open their eyes, they're never going to get it.
So the cop that you shot, he ended up being dirty?
Yeah. He had some dirt on him. They pulled it up and they fired him for it. His wife was a parole officer. And I guess she seen a picture of me, and my nephew had one of the homies living there, and they made him move because they seen my picture there. So they had some retaliation there on him. But yeah, he ended up being dirty and getting busted. His name was McNichols, and he was dirty. But what can I say? He's still a cop, so he was better than who I was.
So they don't give you no play on that maybe he was dirty. So
no.
No?
Because I shot. No, it's when it comes to the law, that I've hired all the good lawyers. Me and my wife, my family. We've had Springer and Steinberg. We've had Walter Grash. We've had all kinds of lawyers that said they can help us, and none of them. It's because I shot a cop. They didn't give me no love nowhere at all did I have any chance for love.
Okay.
And I believe I had a good case, and they still didn't give me no love.
What's your case? What's your defense?
My defense is that they put the drugs in the places they shouldn't have. I understand that I was bad and what happened. They never identified themselves as cops. They were undercover, and they came at me with their guns out. I guess that wasn't good enough defense.
No, they never identified themselves, and you just seen a gun.
Never.
Yeah. How
They pulled the guns and
how
I started shooting.
how did it happen? You shot a cop. Why don't you tell that story? Let's hear that one.
Well, tell how it happened?
Yeah, what happened?
I was a drug dealer out there in Denver, full of drugs, and I started getting high one night and partying, and I got high for about 18 days, and an informant called the cops because I wouldn't give no free drugs, so they called the cops to tell them that it was me that was selling drugs right there on 6th and Federal, and they came in on me, and they were all plain cold Rose cops, and we got in a gunfight. First we got in a fight, then we got in a gunfight, and I shot one right there on Federal, and I shot him in the neck, and they shot me in the back 3 times, and we ended up in the Swedish hospital, but then they got me for 80 years. They showed on the newscast that the drugs weren't there, and then they found the drugs, so it was like in the evidence bag. It was crazy the way that they planted the drugs, but that wasn't the worst part. It was already done that I shot the cop. They left me on the street for about an hour and a half after they took the cop. I almost died. My sister that passed, she knew it was me. She seen me on the news, and I guess she told my mother, "Hey, that's Manuel." And it was. I fought and ended up with 80 years.
You took it to trial?
No. I took the plea. My lawyer said I was going to get like 28, and I didn't get 28. I ended up with 80 because they ran everything consecutive. That means they gave me a 32 for second-degree attempted murder, an 18 for first-degree assault, and 15 for drugs of cocaine, and then 15 for probation violation, and ran it all consecutive. And consecutive, that's how I ended up with the 80.
And so when you took the deal, you didn't think they were going to run the shit wild?
No, they had already told me that they were going to give me a 28-year deal, and they ended up never doing that.
And you didn't know better? Was it your first time around? You didn't know better and just signed it?
No. What's sad is, we'll get a little further. The reason I was selling drugs is because I was illiterate. I didn't know how to read or write, Nobody in my family knew that. I was dumb as hell. I went to school until like the 6th, 7th grade. They kicked me out, and all I knew how to do was sell drugs and help my family the best I could because we were from the poor next to town. And I covered up real good. None of my family knew that I didn't know how to read or write. And I believed everything the lawyer said, and it was just false. And I ended up getting cracked with that. Later on in life, in like 98, I got my GED. But I was already in the joint. But before that, I was as dumb as a rock, and all I knew how to do was sell drugs and hurt people, which was bad,
Yeah.
It was the life that I knew, We grow up in our element, and that was my element at the time.
Okay. So the state of Colorado prisons has changed a lot, drastically. As far as and let me ask you, as far as the gang stuff, are the young gangbangers in the joint, are they all depressed too? Because this young generation out here is fucking depressed, Doug.
No, they're very depressed. It's a dog-eat-dog world now. If you're not part of the circle or you're not bringing nothing in, they hate you and they'll try to get at you. They love destruction anymore, and they let them do it. It's more of it's ignorance anymore. There is no true loyalty. Everybody's out for each other, and they're out for themselves. To be honest, I believe the meth has destroyed this world. they used to always say about coke being the devil's shit, and I believe the true devil is meth, and it's destroyed everybody. Everybody sells their soul for it, and I believe a lot of people are scared, so they come to the joint and become part of a gang that they don't know nothing about, and it destroys them. Some of them end up with life sentences here, and others dead, and now it's running amok all over. You know.
So Richard Dowling asks, he says, that's crazy. I think Richard's from the UK. Don't hang me, Richard, if I'm wrong, but I think he's from the UK. He says, why does America hand out them crazy long sentences? And so what I would ask you is, I know there's some absurd fucking sentences in there. I know a dude who got 50 years for drugs, just for like an ounce of coke, got 50 years. What are some of the absurd sentences you've heard that you've ran into in there?
I've run into 4 life sentences, natural life sentences running consecutive. Others like 80, 100 years. Life sentences are getting passed out like nothing here for anything. A lot of juvenile life sentences. 80 years is nothing. 50 years to people in here, there's about 75% of the people got anywhere from 50 and above years. And they do it because it's an industry to them. Colorado has used, and the United States in general, has used incarceration as an industry. It's a money-making business for them. And instead of learning how to rehabilitate, they just incarcerate. They just warehouse. And you learn that with time. You learn by the different people that's in that house or whatever, you know. When everybody talks about Republicans and Democrats, the only reason we cheer for Democrats because I believe that both corrupt. But the Democrats give us a little more love and give us a little more education than just warehousing and making bigger prisons and saying that you need to stay in prison forever. It's just a money-making scam, you know?
Yeah.
They love to do it. And then you know what's sad is
the Democrats give you nice prisons at least.
Yeah. The Democrats at least give you a little bit of education and a little bit of stuff to try to help you get out, where the Republicans want to just warehouse. But I watched them set up where they put both gangs that hate each other in the same prison, and then they let them go at it so they could tell the state that they need more money because these gangs are getting at each other. But you got enough prisons to separate them, and you don't do it because you want more money. You know.
I've heard they're trying to go that model across the country. I've even heard that they're going to try to start. I don't know if it's going to work, but they're going to try to start integrating the prisons in California and start meshing them and stuff like that. They don't like the idea that gangs take over pods, I think is what it is, or like gangs take over prisons. I don't think they like that idea.
Yeah.
You know?
No, they don't like that. But they'll rather have it self-destruct and cause murders. And they forget that we're human too. And sometimes you have to do what you have to do, or else it's going to be done to you. You know? And it's a sad point, but it's the truth.
No, it is.
They try it all the time.
It is. You're right.
But the mighty dollar is what keeps them going.
They got any prison industries left?
No. That went to, they embezzled like $40-some million from the state. So there is no industries. There is no jobs for the people in prison no more where they can make extra money because they embezzled all the money. And they won't say who did, but they did it the first time when it was Juniper Valley. And then they went to industries and they did the same thing. So the new director here, that new director is, I believe, is trying to help. His name's Dean Williams. I believe he's trying to help, but I don't know how far he's gone. But he shut it all down and said no more industries. You ain't going to keep stealing this money, and they stole it, you know. So there's a lot of bad. It's bad when they know who they want to get and don't get nobody, you know. It's crazy.
So they took away all the industries. What do you guys do? You guys got free weights anymore?
Yeah, we still got free weights, but it's certain times that you can use them or you can't use them. Yeah, that's what keeps me alive. That's the only thing that keeps me alive.
Yeah.
And being able to work out and stay in shape. 'Cause the food, it's all turkey, all processed. It's no good. We send back more food trays than we get. It's horrible. If you don't have family to send you money to eat off of, sometimes you eat feces, sometimes you don't. It all depends on who's in the kitchen at the time. It's a whole different world anymore. It's crazy.
Yeah. I used to live hitting out of the kitchen.
Yeah, it's not like that no more.
Hey.
Anymore from the same way than back in the days.
Hey,
When you
homie.
can live out of it. No.
Hey, I lived out of that motherfucker. I was running a store out of my fucking house.
Yeah.
They had me on
Ain't no
that
same
list.
thing no more.
They had me on the list where
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to be around in the kitchen on holidays because I was a prolific
Yeah.
thief and I'll make shit disappear. They said he gotta go.
Yeah, no. Now the food, the hamburgers and all that is no good. You know, if you got family, you're a little blessed because you can order canteen. But there's a lot of people in there that don't got the money. So they're the ones that suffer. It's real shameful the way people are. But it's a whole different world today. In prison's not what it used to be, and there is no help. People don't help you. They don't care. Like I tell you, listen, we've been running cold water since Friday. And instead of trying to get the hot water back on, they turn on the heat so it could get hot and people start fighting again. That's how bad they do it.
Yeah.
You know? So, the only thing you can do is open your eyes and see what it is and just try to stay out the way.
So you've been staying out the way now or what?
Yeah, I've been doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Been trying to get in for a different couple of things, but you know what? I've been just trying to be good and keep my hands to myself. It ain't always easy, but you have to. Me, my biggest thing is getting out there and being around my family and my wife, you know, trying to be a real man like all you fellas out there. Not saying that we're not, but you know what? If you want real life, you have to realize that the life we live ain't really real. I've been a caged animal for almost 30 years now. And I mean, truly caged. And all I dream of is being free. Something that some people take for granted, you know. And I'm not trying to act like a crybaby. I'm not trying to act like nothing wrong. I just wish people would open their eyes and see that there's more to life. But there's a lot of hate in this world. So you're going to start seeing a lot more bad things happening. You know? I'm down to try to help, but we all have to help.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
All right, brother. I appreciate it. We'll do this. We'll do this again. We'll do this again sometime. We'll see. We'll see if it's a hit. Maybe we'll start getting some more people on the phone too. You know.
Okay. Yeah, I got a lot of people with that got knowledge too, my bro.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
from all different walks of life, and they're right here with me. So
You have 30 seconds remaining.
So
you let me know, and I got you.
send love to whoever you want to, brother. You got 30 seconds. Shout them out. It's all you.
Okay. I want to send love to all my family, my wife Teresa, my brother Danny, my sister Norma, my nephew Anthony, my Sabrina, my godkids, my grandkids, my nephews and nieces, my all of them. Little Camina.
There we go. And that, my friends, I need to know right now. Shooting a cop? What was CDOC in prison for? I don't know what CDOC was in prison for. Maybe shooting a cop. CDOC might have shot a cop. He seems pretty chill, but you never know. You never know. I seen that block on his back. Homie, it looks like he used to, you know, maybe he was involved. I don't know. Thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight. You guys are awesome. So that is Manuel Gamboa. If anybody's got any questions, drop them. I did know the dude. I known him personally. I was in prison with him. Yeah, we chilled, and I know a lot about him. I don't know everything about him. But if anybody's got any questions or anything like that, got any questions about the gang, like I said, he's been through the ringer. He stepped back from the whole situation so many years ago because the cops were just on his neck. And that's whenever they were like, oh, okay, and started shooting him out of state. He's really just trying to just go home and do his time. But the cops are like, he stepped back. He's been inactive for years, just been like, I'd rather not. I don't want the problems anymore. And I've seen him go out of his ways. And whenever he says that he's helped more than he's hurt, he's a lot. I've seen him stop things, stop things that were going to happen before they happened. The dude had juice. And he overwhelmingly used it to keep things peaceful. But he did that because it's easier to scam whenever you set up a structure that's peaceful. So, I mean, it was good and bad. And that was the thing. That's what the cops didn't like about him, is he would make everything peaceful. He'd get with all the shot callers and make everything peaceful. And then once everything peaceful, the wheels start turning. Dope starts showing up. Here, let me throw the link. I'm over here just running my mouth. Let me throw the link. Come on, we got 30 people on here. Somebody jump on with me. Man. Yeah. I'll chop that up. I'm gonna go. I've already actually I had one session with him already that I recorded by myself, just to do a pilot and make sure that I could do this. I wanted to make sure that I could do this before I tried it in real life, and it did work. So I have another one. I need to go in and cut up all this audio. And no worry about your case, and I need to know what the deal is. Dude, I was just told about your case. I have no idea. More interviews will be cool. Yeah, maybe I will. Yeah, because a lot of the people I knew with life sentences, I swear to God, they got out. A lot of the people I knew with life sentences got out. My homie Vinny's out. Skinny Vinny's out somewhere. That fool had an elbow. He got an elbow whenever he was young. I think whenever he was a juvenile, he got an elbow. And they let him out. They ended up letting him out. Here's Vegas. Let's see what Vegas is talking about. Boom. What up? Can you hear me? Are you there? He tapped out. Okay. That's all right. I'm sure he'll be back. Bam. Bigfoot. Oh, no. Where is Bigfoot? I seen him earlier VPSing. What up, the feet? So, yeah, we had some of the homies in here. I'm going to try to get Watch, because Rowdy can't help himself. I know he's not watching right now. Rowdy can't help himself. He's going to hear Manuel on here, and he's going to watch. You guys are going to meet Rowdy soon. I already know. He can't help himself. What up, VPS? Are you
What's
good?
up? Is CDOC in here still?
Let's
If
look.
so, CDOC, jump up here. We need to talk, bro.
Let's see when's the last time he said something. It's been a little while since he said something. I don't know. CDOC, what were you in prison for? No, it's been a while since he was around, dog. I don't know if he's still watching or not. It's 6:27, 20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes since he said anything.
Well, I just shared with you in the background, bro.
Shared with me in the background?
Yeah.
What is that, in the chat?
So, yeah, in the Facebook chat.
Let me look. See what's going on. Secret squirrel shit. Have him call me. What is that? Have who call him? That's it, too.
Do you see it? I looked all those cases up, bro.
But how you know that's him? No, I don't know his name. You know his name?
Yes, that's his name. From San Diego. 1985 was the case. 27 years old.
What the fuck? Well, that's no good.
That's why I want to know.
That's not good at all. Well, shit.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with that? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Yeah.
I'm positive because, listen.
Yeah.
It was a state case, and then he was sent to the BOP. That came out of his mouth. And I have the BOP paperwork. I don't have the BOP paperwork of his. I have that he was sent to the BOP after doing his state time here.
What do you mean, like the federal or something like that? Is that what you're
Yeah,
describing?
he went from state to feds. And the same person in this case went from state to feds. Same name, San Diego. He's from San Diego. 1985 was the case, and the dude's 27 years old. It's his name. Everything matches CDOC's fucking profile.
Well, what do you want to do? You want to pull this case up, share the screen, and pull this case up? What do you want to do? I mean, if it ain't him, it ain't him, right? And we're just pulling up random paperwork. Realistically, I don't know.
I think everybody needs to know. I was going to do a
I'm
profile
not
video
saying that
about
it
it.
is him. I have no idea that this is him. This is an investigation that you've done, but I trust what you're saying. There's no reason for you to just come out with this shit. Fuck.
Not against the dude who 2 days ago I'm on my fucking live saying is a good person.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. There's that don't make any fucking sense. Fuck, CDOC. Say it ain't so, bro.
That's why I wanted to have CDOC because I saw he was in your live. I wanted to get him up here, see what he had to say about it.
Yeah.
How many people under that name would be arrested that match his age, have his name in that area, and have done state time and fed time on the same case?
I don't know. I don't know. I ran into, like I said, I ran into that a lot with the homeboy right now. Whenever I was trying to look up my homeboy's case, I had to go to one of his relatives and be like, hey, dog, send me his case number and da 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 da. Because there's so many people named Gamboa, named Manuel Gamboa. There's like 15 of them or something like that. And so I ran into a lot of problems with that because his case was so old. Let's see. Man. Yeah, I don't know. This is the only one. The only one is the LA Times, and it wants you to pay money. Let's
Right.
see.
Well, underneath that is the Fed, is the federal revocation. When he was leaving the feds, they revoked his 3-year probation because they were deporting him. It also states that he was deported to Mexico after leaving the feds.
I hope not.
I mean, how many?
Yeah, no.
I've never heard him talk about his case.
No, I haven't either. I never asked. I never even asked if he was in prison. I just kind of figured he was in prison. He just seemed like he'd been in prison. So I was like, oh, yeah. Never really asked. Sorry, just lurking in the background. I think I might have the Rona. Yeah, I think so. It's going around again. The Muffin Man is in the house. Well, I guess maybe CDOC got some explaining to do, or I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It looks like
Yeah,
it looks like he got some explaining to do. You know, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was hoping he was still in here.
Yeah, I really hope I really hope it's a mistake. I really do. But that sounds it sounds really unfortunate.
Everything
The setup
goes
circle.
along with the story.
Yeah.
And how old he is, where he lives, the fact that they sent him to the state and then the feds, and the name, the time, the year he did his time, all of that.
And then he can't come back. He said that he can't come back. They won't let him come
And
back.
he was deported.
Yeah, and he's got to stay in Tijuana.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, CDOC. That's gonna suck if that's true. Wanda. I like that name. That name's kind of cool. Wanda. Okay, so it looks like people like this. People did like this call-in situation.
Yeah.
Anybody got any questions about anything? Motion. Man, thank you everybody for showing up. I appreciate it. These fools, we're gonna see what happens, because a lot of these LPPs, these fools are getting ready to get out of this indictment. I don't know what they're gonna do. It was like a whole clique of motherfuckers running around committing crimes together. Everybody hit the like, please, if you can too. That'd be awesome. Yeah, it'd be a whole clique of motherfuckers. It was a whole clique of us running around together doing their thing, and they all got busted together, and a bunch of them told on each other. Some of them didn't. A bunch of them told on each other, and they all went away together. And now they're all like, one of them just got out, and they're all scheduled to get out real quick here. And so I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. I know these fools who got told on ain't gonna be happy. I know there's two of them that got the shit end of the stick and got told on bad. One of them's a boxer too, a professional boxer. I hope he beats the fuck out of him. You know what I mean? We're gonna see what happens. What is it? Where's this coming from? Hold on here for the laughs. Jump on. What are you talking about? Where are you coming from, or is he coming from you?
I think he's coming from me.
He's talked to you? Okay.
No, I haven't talked to him, but he must have. A video just came out on CDOC today.
Oh, okay.
I went and looked up all the information myself.
Okay.
I pulled all the files.
Jump on if you want to here for the laughs. If you got some information or you know something. Oh no, we're investigating right now. We're trying to figure it out right now. I don't like my name. It's the same as my egg donors. What? Oh, your dad? No, your mom. Egg donor. That would be your mom. But my grandmother named me, so I'm not going to speak bad about that name. How's your evening? Man, them tacos are ready. I can smell them.
So basically, everybody, a video came out, the same exact name as CDOC. In 1985, when CDOC did his time, he was 27 years old, 26 years old. The person tried to attack a homeless 55-year-old woman in the bathroom and tried to do what any man should never do to a woman to her in San Diego. So we're trying to find out.
So what it seems like, what he did his time and then they deported him. Then the BOP picked him up and kicked him out.
He got 12 years.
And so now he's just hanging out on the other side of the border.
Yep.
Man. Isn't this, and you know how crazy, you know what it is too, what's crazy too is shit like this, it happens. It just happens. It doesn't surprise me that this happened because, and this is why paperwork gets checked.
Yes.
I've seen this happen. I've seen it happen to a Crip dude before. I don't know. He had a story. They all got a story about how it happened.
Oh, yeah.
He said he was just holding on to her head a little bit more than he should have. Gave her a couple few pumps that maybe he shouldn't have while she was sucking him off, and that she told on him and all this other nonsense. They gave that fool a bunch of time. It didn't sound like no couple pumps. We
don't even entertain.
Yeah,
we don't entertain anybody that's got those kind of charges. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we were kind of wondering what the fuck he was doing. Like, he was kind of in the pod by himself because he was a Mexican Crip dude. And so he was kind of in the pod by himself. And we're like, why is this fucking dude hanging out with us? And then, like, a week into hanging out with him, you know what I mean? It was like, okay, he's all right. Like, a week into it, one of them other Crip dudes was like, boom, we already beat that fool up and made him leave from over on the other side of the yard. It was like, now it's your guys' turn to make it.
Yeah, tag, you're it.
Yeah, that's what they said. That's what they did, too. They said, you guys want to hang out with him? We seen you sitting at his table. There you go. Got nothing to do with no fucking Crips, dog. He said, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he had to leave. Yeah. Frank's positive vid.
Hey, nothing is truer than that, Frank. If you have bad paperwork, stay the fuck off YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. It ain't hard. It ain't
hard. Like I've given Bigfoot my real full name. I'll give Genghis my real full name. You guys can run as many checks. You won't find any bad paperwork. You won't find any bad charges.
I was trying to get I was trying to find this today. This fool's paperwork. This is Gamboa's paperwork. And honestly, homie, I got some crazy ass paperwork. I need to get my own paperwork. I really do. I have one high-speed chase. And in the discovery, in the high-speed chase, the cop says that I drove by him at a high rate of speed, and it looked like I was laughing. He said he put his hand up like that, and I drove by his ass laughing, bent around the corner on it. You know what I mean? I got some good-ass ones, dude. I got some good discoveries, some fun discoveries.
I put all my paperwork up, and then I put my last parole packet up, too, because that shows everything that you've been charged with before. So I put that up in a video.
I've got
because parole's going to know about it.
Nobody's asked me, but I know all my case numbers by heart. So if anybody wants one, CR01CR2511. There you go. Have fun. If you like that one, if you don't think that one's enough, come back and I'll give you more. I got more of them too.
Well, that's like somebody on one of these lives the other night was half-step trolling me. And he threw my last name out there. I was like, yep, that's my last name. If you want to go look it up, go look it up. I don't give a fuck. I'm not willfully going to put my name out on the street so that people try and find my house. But if people find out who I am, I really don't give a fuck. People in Vegas already all know who I am anyway. They know my real name.
Yeah, I've always had the aspect that if I wasn't a piece of shit, I wouldn't have to hide where I was. But I don't know. I've questioned that with YouTube.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I've always been able to move anywhere, any prison, even whenever there'd be prisons where my homeboys, LPPs, would show up and have problems. I'd show up, hey, what's up? Because they all know me. You know what I mean? I can move everywhere because I'm a good dude. But yeah, I don't know. So there's some weirdos out there.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know. Do you really think any of these people who go on there and say all that shit, I don't know. Do you think they would actually come for you?
I mean, somebody came for Savage.
Yeah, that was an individual that he was like in a, you know what I mean? They were personally disrespecting each other, and Savage is a very disrespectful individual.
That's a fact.
You know, that's what I'm banking on, is the fact that I don't really disrespectful. People say crazy shit in my comments. I just ignore it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to waste time. You know what I mean? You're a bitch. No, you're a bitch. Yeah, fuck off.
Fucking here for the laughs. Beluga. It's Beluge. All right. It's French. In French, it literally stands for fuck you here for the laughs. That's kind of the American translation. What a jerk.
I got a woman coming over. Whenever this woman gets here, I'm gonna call it a night.
Oh, I bet you're not. I bet
I
you're
got-
gonna call it a night from YouTube.
Oh yeah, I got tacos ready. I can smell them.
tell her to keep her dogs off your taco.
They're fucking all in this motherfucker. Come here, babies. Not you. Come here, Bristol.
Crystal, that's an unfortunate name. Oh, hi, puppy.
See,
Puppy. Hi.
this is one of her Frenchies. You guys all know Jack. This is Bristol. She's adorable. She's a little miniature one. She's like the size of a football. Come here, Oscar. And then this is Oscar. He's awesome too.
Hey, Oscar. Hey, your boy. I had a friend who had a Frenchie, and I kidnapped it because he wouldn't answer his phone. And then I sent him a text message with me and his dog for a few days, hanging out.
Good boy. Yeah.
And he was calling me up a storm after that.
Frenchies are tight. I love them, but Jack just breathes so fucking loud. Everything I do is
Oh, God.
he does everywhere. Bigfoot, Wes Watson. I always tell people to come at me with something I don't know or anything nobody, because if it's old, my beer dispenser. You guys get out of here. Get out of here. Go. Let's see.
Hey,
Yeah.
Martha, I love the cartoon version of me, but Genghis over here wouldn't let me on his fucking shit. Kept calling me a troll the first day I showed up with that new logo.
He ain't never had a green hat. He ain't never had a green hat. That was the red flag right there.
He was like, "Nah, this ain't VPS. Get the fuck off my shit." I was like, I got a wrench. How the fuck did I get a wrench? How am I blue on your channel?
Remember what happened on Canadian Jail War Stories in Harvey?
Oh yeah.
He gave the troll a wrench.
Poor Ed.
Hey, that shit scares me now, dog. I be thinking I'm gonna do that, dog.
You got to click on their names to make sure that they are who they say they are.
Yeah.
Speaking of wrenches, guess who's a wrench in your channel right now?
CDOC.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. He was the first one I ever made a wrench because he's the first. He was the one who was there whenever I figured out how to do it. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. That's why.
Oh. Well, I'm not trying to fucking come at this dude hardcore, but a little bit, you know, like
Yeah.
I
Oh
need,
well, I'm definitely gonna remove his wrench. That's
yeah.
that's for sure. That's a good start.
Well, I mean,
can I do it while I'm live?
I think so. If you can get to the chat.
Yeah, I'm in the chat. I'm messing around in it right now. Let's see. Oh, CDOG, man. So who put out the video? Somebody put out the exposed, huh? CDOG exposed.
It was triple OG, so I kind of, I was like, So then I started looking up the cases myself because I like to do my own research myself, and I know that's CDOG's name. And then when the ages and the time frame and the area and the fact that he did time in state and feds and was deported to Mexico, all of that started lining up perfect. I was like, motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bad case.
Well, they said, what are they calling it? The bag lady or some shit like that? What was that called?
Yeah, she was called the Pack Beach Bag Lady or some shit.
Yeah. The bag lady attack. It's all it's in bag lady attack, and it's capitalized. So I'm guessing this was a thing that happened. You know what I mean?
The judge said, well, the doctor in the case said that she looked like she had been hit by a car. Those were the type of injuries that she had. The judge said that he broke every bone in her face, and that she did not have a home. She lived in that bathroom, and he went in there knowing that she was in there alone and vulnerable. And she was well known on Pack Beach because She would walk around with her bags and collect cans.
It was like really a bag lady,
Yeah.
an actual bag lady. Fuck. What was that?
So, yeah. Besides that, I still have no power, and my sister had a stroke last night.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. What the
So,
fuck?
I'm driving up there tomorrow.
And what about Florida? What's the deal? Is everything?
Bro, fuck. They say we'll have power tomorrow.
Do you have a foot of water in your house though?
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. My house didn't flood one bit. Just a lot of wind.
I seen some serious some flooding. I seen some serious video of some flooding.
Yeah, that was in Fort Myers, right there on the beach.
Oh, storm surge.
That's storm surge. That was the ocean swallowing up the whole downtown of Fort Myers.
Hold on, is CDOC back?
Where?
Well, I see a right here, and it says he was trying to, because I couldn't remove him as a moderator, so I just blocked it. I was like, fucking, I couldn't figure it out, so I just blocked it, just fucking around, like, who cares? I just block him real quick. And then I go down here to the bottom of the chat, and he just, it says he just said something, but he's been blocked for 5 minutes.
Well, put your link out. C-Dog, if you're listening to this, get on this link, dude. We need to talk.
Yeah, defend yourself, brother. I hope it's not true. Say it ain't so.
Exactly.
Say it ain't so,
Make
C-Dog.
us understand what the fuck all of this paperwork that I just went through is.
Yeah. Jump on. Yeah, he just tried. Let's see. Man, I don't know how to fucking moderate for shit. I'm a horrible moderator.
Well, who has a wrench in there? They can take care of shit like that.
I think Weevy's got one. Somewhere. But we'll see if he shows up. Shut.
My dog's out there barking.
They went off. So
Baby's asleep.
there's no where did you move to in Florida? What neighborhood? Or Tampa? By Tampa?
Tampa.
Did you guys stick it out? You guys are there just sticking it out?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a story they were talking about that today. A bunch of people were like, nah, don't let's see, Bigfoot, give Bigfoot a wrench, put Bigfoot in timeout. I still don't know how to give out a fucking wrench. How do you give one out?
You click on their name in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Not in this StreamYard chat.
Oh,
In
right
the
here?
other chat. Yeah, you click on their name and add moderator.
Let's do it.
All right, go on, baby.
All right. Let's see. Let's get Bigfoot a wrench if he doesn't already have one.
Richard Howling is a good wrench. Martha's always a great wrench.
I think Martha has one, if I remember right. Bigfoot has one now. Let's see. Richard Dowling is a good one. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Add moderator. Harvey already is one. Puffy. We'll do Puffy. Make her. Let's see. Where you at, C-Dog? You still can't take him out of time.
No, you can't take them out of timeout. Once you time somebody out, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, Puffy, and Frank. We'll go Frank one, too. Okay. There we go. Anybody else gonna be going live tonight? But I'm gonna be off. I'll be off but I'll leave the joint running. Oh, here's All In for God's Will.
That's my little brother. Little brother, how you doing?
What up, man?
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to say that CDOC kind of disappeared as soon as you started to get in, Rick.
Well, I was just. This is some serious stuff, you know.
Oh, I get it. I'm just letting you know. Like, motherfucker was like Casper.
Mm. Man.
The foot.
But I do want to say, Genghis, that was an awesome live, bro. Like to hear it from the man's lip himself, you know.
That's what I was hoping. Yeah, I was hoping to. You know what I mean? Because there's an authenticity there that you can't. I've been out for a decade almost. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, I think a lot of people need to know that story, you know.
He made a rash decision, you know, and that cop done moved on with his life. Now he's a dirty cop, and they fired him, and they still got this dude. You know what I mean?
Well, the rub of it is like he would have done anything anybody like that's from the neighborhood would have done. Somebody rolls up on you with some guns and they don't say police, like motherfucker, shots fired.
That's a fact.
Well, and they started banging first. That's what it says. And then he started banging the cop. I don't know. He didn't go into it exactly, but it says that's what it says in the newspaper report. Says that they got shot whenever he started fighting. So I don't know if maybe the cop started getting the better of him, or Manuel was just like, "Fuck this." He said,
"Well, when you get into a tumble and you feel a fucking firearm on somebody, what do you think?"
Exactly. You're just going,
right.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull off first. Because if I got a gun and you attack me, you might take the gun from me, right?
Right.
So we're not even going to go there. You're just going to get off right away.
Right, because you're in a neighborhood where shit goes down every day.
He's in the worst neighborhood damn near in Denver that he's talking about. He was on 6th and Federal, which is
everybody's got a neighborhood somewhere. You know? Like the only difference nowadays is real and fake. That's it.
Like homeboy said, it ain't what they say it is, you know. And most of the old timers that you meet in the joint like that, they'll tell you that if you could get them, like maybe on the tier at the fucking card table or whatever, they'll say whatever is expedient. But you get them in the room alone, they're like, fuck.
Yeah. See, I never been to prison. That's my brother's area, not me. But like on the streets, I ran the streets.
Whenever you walk out on the fucking tier, dog, and like 70% of the people have fucking life sentences, it's there's a tension involved, and it's not even like somebody's gonna beat you up tension. It's like, fuck, all these people are gonna die in here, dog, and they all know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. I'm already here. Fuck it.
And you wouldn't believe how many of them are not criminals at all. They killed their wife, or they came home. I knew a dude named Kimmy I who came home and his wife was fucking the mailman, and he dusted them both. What's that dude think? He's just a normal fucking male dude, homie. He's not a gangbanger or a criminal or nothing. And now he spends the rest of his life. He'll never get out again.
Homie, I can do that. I'm going to prison for the rest of my life too. We don't play that.
There's lots of people like that in prison who just fucked up and killed someone. And now they got all fucking day.
Oh, man.
Bigfoot. Not criminals, heroes. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Hero? Yeah, you ever feel like anybody's hero?
I'm the hero in my story.
One of the top horn holders, when I was it was in my unit, we call him Spain, and Spain came home to a dude trying to attack his wife, killed the dude, but he like shot him in the back as he was running out or something. Spain got 10 years as hero, and check this out, Spain's old lady left him while he was in there.
Check this one, right? So whenever I first get to the joint, there's this white boy with his fucking ears gauged out like a motherfucker. He was one of the ones who was helping me make hooch. His name's Reed Gully. And all of us had last names to begin with G's. That was our little fucking crew, right? Goods, Gully, and Gladden. Goods, Gully, Gladden, and Greg. There was 4 of us. So this fool's name was Gully. He was a gutter punk kid. Big old gauges in his ears and fucking mohawks and shit like that. Whatever. He was cool. You know what I mean? So somewhere along the line, this dude went from being a gutter punk kid to a white boy, like a hardcore white boy. Like I see him like 8 or 9 years later in the joint. Cool, whatever. You know what I mean? He upgraded, whatever. Not a big deal. This motherfucker's a transgender, homie.
Wow.
Whenever I was doing the fucking interview with the ANP fool like 6 months ago, 3 months ago, he tells me, you fucking hear about Gully? I said, no. Hey, I looked it up. You can look it up right now on Facebook, Reed Gully. And that motherfucker's in the joint. He's back in the joint, or she's back in the joint, whatever it is. Whatever's going on there, back in the joint.
God,
this fool made like the full circle of fucking prison, dog. I don't know, or maybe the all this stuff came out, you know, the gender stuff, and he was like, "Hey, that's me," but he's a full-on female now. That fool was an enforcer for the white boys. He was with it.
Jesus Christ, bro.
With the business.
Hey,
Can't wait to interview him, dog. I'm gonna interview him whenever he gets out. I got a friend request in on Facebook. I hope he accepts it whenever he gets out. Put it that way.
I saw a punk slide a tough dude for calling him a punk one time during a Spades game.
Yeah.
Call him a punk. And Punk said, "Call me that again." He said, "Whatever, punk." And bow. I'm like, you just got knocked out by a punk, dude. You messing around with the wrong ones. You just don't know no better, bro.
I seen one get choked out by this black fool named Peaches. Black fool they call Peaches. He was talking to shit. Peaches like, man, you better leave me alone. Peaches told him several times, like, man, you better leave me the fuck alone. It was a young Mexican dude, really didn't like gay people. Really didn't like gay people. Kept talking shit to him. He told her, you better leave me alone. You better stay away from me. Sure enough, he fucking turned around one day. He just grabbed him by the neck is what he did. And he picked him up, boom, against the wall, and he was choking him. And you could tell the Mexican dude had fear in his eyes. He knew his life was in the dude's hands. If he do, you know what I mean? It changed that quick. He didn't fuck with that fool no more. He didn't even
That's the way it should be.
Or nothing. He just put the fear in him real quick, dog. And
that's the way that shit should go, man.
Yeah.
You walking around thought you found a victim.
Yeah. Now most gay dudes can fight. I mean, honestly, if you really want to know.
Pretty much everyone on the yard that was openly flamboyant had fucking hands.
Yeah.
Like, it was nuts.
There was another one out here. There was another one that went fucking crazy, went all the way gay on us out here too, who was a killer. This fool named Maximilian, who was a member of one of the founding members of the Aryan Syndicate. That fool went all the way gay, dog. All the way gay.
Damn.
What happened, dog? I've known a couple of them. There's one too named Schlegel out here. Schlegel was cool though. That was my homie. But it was like, what's the deal with that, bro? Put it this way. This fool founded, he was one of the founders of one of the white gangs out here, one of the major white gangs out here. X amount of years later, 7 or 8 or 10 years later, gets caught messing with the homosexuals. And it's just like, this is what I want to do with my life sentence. And he was like, just get your blades and come get me. Don't kill me, though. You know what I mean? And they did, dog. They didn't kill him. They lit his ass up, homie. They stabbed him like 20 times, but they didn't kill him, dog.
Damn.
He took his fucking holes, and he's happy with his punk now. He lives life with a punk. You know what I mean?
That is nuts.
I seen that from a Sereno, too, from El Monte Flores. A dude from El Monte Flores, he said, just do it, homie. He brought him the blade, said, just fucking do it. He said, don't go ask for permission. You guys know what I did. Fucking handle it. Let's go. And they stabbed his ass up and took him out of there. But he's free and clear now. He took his fucking licks.
Damn.
Happened a couple times, dog. Hey, I don't know how Nevada is, but they come out the woodwork out here whenever a good-looking homosexual shows up.
Bro, certain cars do. The Pisces, bro. The Pisces can't help themselves. They are all over. Like, oh, slow down, SA. Jesus Christ.
The motherfuckers are in, dog. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right, homie. They are. Not even tripping. And the rest of them are like, yeah, homie. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Man,
for
get
sure,
out,
Sea
man.
Dog. Yeah. I don't want to have to go over there asking him on his channel. But I need to know for my own sake because I,
If
I
you
was
do,
out here saying, "Oh, he's a nice guy."
yeah, if you do, let us know. So
Oh,
we
I
can all
will.
jump in and see what's going on. That way
Yeah,
we don't got to get 20 different conflicting stories. We can see what the fuck this dude's got to say.
yeah, exactly.
Weavis, if you want to jump on. This woman's gonna be here soon. I don't know. She takes her time though. Tell her to bring me a fucking Dr. Pepper. Fucking thirsty.
All right. Well, I'm gonna jump off. I don't want to kill my phone battery too much.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm done. Thank you, fellas. I'm getting ready to have some tacos. Thank you, everybody, for showing up.
Hell yeah.
Have a good night.
And I appreciate, that you guys showed up for my little event. I probably should have pushed it more, but I've been working my ass off. Should have advertised it more. But thank you, everybody, for showing up for my event. And I'm going to try to get some more people on here.
Hell yeah.
All right. So thank you, fellas.
All right,
Have a
brother.
good
I'm out.
night.
And, I'll talk to y'all probably throughout the day tomorrow, or at least tomorrow night when I get to the hotel.
Oh, so you're headed. You're leaving state now, going back.
Yeah, I'm leaving there. I'm leaving here 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'm
Flying.
going. No, I'm driving by myself.
Just going to fly back there.
No, gonna drive up there and drive back.
No, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry. I meant just by yourself. Like,
Oh yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly,
Just a quick fucking just get it the fuck out the way.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right,
All right,
brother.
brother.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
All
Have a
right.
good night. All right. Let's go outside.